fingers and told him to come tonight to the place indicated in the letter because he did not like omissions. Kuga looked at the unfolded letter. This guy immediately furiously squeezed the letter and said that an orc warrior would never refuse a fight that someone else started. At this time, Julian was sitting on a chair under the cover of the night moonlight. His whole head was filled with the princess, who was staring at him with radiance. He looked at her hair, softer than silk, and her eyes, shining brighter than any pearls. At that moment, the brunette lowered her trembling gaze, and he understood that the sadness in her heart was hidden behind a strong spirit. At that time, the protagonist's younger brother lowered his pitiful gaze. At that time, Lloyd himself, with a grin, leaned against his sad brother and asked if this was really called love. Julian, with a pitiful look, looked at his laughing brother and asked how he could do it, as if he read his thoughts. Our hero said that it just seemed to him that this was his case, and he was not mistaken here. At this time, the younger brother looked away with displeasure and a reddened look. Then Julian grimaced, looking at his brother, who addressed him, and realized that it was disgusting. At that moment, Lloyd closed his eyes and smiled widely, because tomorrow he was going to record a lullaby and give it to the lady, Sarazad, and when this happens, she will probably immediately return to his country. The brown-haired man began to wave his hand in front of his brother with a dumbfounded look. Then he began to leave and continued to wave his hand with a surprised look. He had almost closed the door and continued to wave his hand, saying that the princess would return. Julian smiled slightly with a reddened look, lowering his gaze. At the same moment, Greg was inciting his comrades about a duel with the orc and said that when he appeared, he wanted everyone to attack him. Kuga at that time also came with his comrades and said that the meeting was supposed to be one-on-one, but saw that the people chickened out. The sergeant looked back at the orc with a sarcastic and bloodthirsty grin and was glad that they caught him, because they had to resolve the issue of relations between people and orcs once and for all. Lloyd managed to catch Sarazad in the corridor. She, without any doubt, immediately dealt him a bloodthirsty blow to the face with irony and explained that it was a reflex, although he was going to tell her something. Lloyd, with a bad